Bodybuilding is becoming more and more popular these days among individuals from all walks of life, from youngsters to the older individuals looking to get into exercising and bodybuilding for the first time. Everyone seems to have caught the bodybuilding bug. Thanks to the insane training regimens or genetic mutation, these kids are stronger than most adults will ever be. Here, let's have a look at the 10 strongest kids in the world that definitely took it too far. Watch out for number 1, as it will definitely make you rethink your lifestyle. Number 10, Maryana Naumova. Maryana Naumova is a committed communist global diplomat and one of the most powerful girls in the world, especially when it comes to bench press. Maryana Naumova is an ardent lifter who, at the age of 12, became the youngest to bench over 154 pounds, which is really more than 1.5 of the weight of her own body. What began as a hobby has turned into a full-fledged career. By the age of 10, Naumova was competing around the globe, and by 12, she had dozens of records in weightlifting. She was also one of the first females under 18 to in the Arnold Classic. She won a world record for benching 330 pounds in 2015. She met her hero Arnold Schwarzenegger too. It is just a part of everyday routine to be able to bench press insane weights for her. She works widely in the Communist Party of Russia and goes to schools and orphanages in the country to encourage running and the lowering of weights. Number 9. Tristan Lee. Another young bodybuilder is Tristan Lee, who has gained a tremendous amount of popularity on social media. Still not even 18 years old and having a very well-built physical physique, Tristan Lee has truly established himself as one of the most popular young bodybuilders in the game. Today, his recent post to Instagram shows his physical physique is truly on a whole nother level. When you factor in that Tristan Lee is only 17 years old, then it becomes even more apparent that this kid is truly something else. Lee has gained more than 1.6 million followers on Instagram, with the pictures and videos showcasing his ripped video. Boy, he must get a lot of girls. What do you think of Tristan Lee and his insane shreds? Number 8. Naomi Kutin. Most people aren't involved in competitive weightlifting, and the people who are, the majority of them are men, but none of those men have become as famous as Naomi Kutin, who is a teenage girl from Far Lawn, New Jersey. Her father was a lifter, but he never really asked his daughter to lift. One day, Naomi, a karate practitioner, asked to learn the art of lifting. At just 9 years old, she was able to do 215-pound squats, destroying the women's world record, which was previously held by a 44-year-old German woman. As a 16-year-old, Kutin lifted 3 times her body weight, and she was just 130 pounds. She squatted 325, deadlifted 365. She also loves heavy metal music. She was nicknamed Supergirl. Kutin has accumulated a cult following and was the subject of a documentary that aired on PBS. Number 7. Giuliano Stro. Bodybuilding is a good way to maintain your body and stay healthy, but mostly whenever you hear about bodybuilders, you imagine a young adult. But this kid has proved that there is no certain age for bodybuilding. Giuliano Stro is the first kid that proves to have a bulky body, and a bodybuilder-like body can be pursued from a very young age. At the age of 5, the Romanian boy was included in the Guinness Book of World Records for an incredible feat of coordination, and Giuliano set a world record for the fastest 33-foot hand walk with a weighted ball between his legs. The little bodybuilder performed this stunt in front of a live audience on an Italian TV show and woke up famous literally the next morning. Not till the 24th of February of 2010 broke another world record for the most number of 90-degree push-ups. It is this kind of push-up where your feet are not allowed to touch the ground, and you perform it by only relying on your hamstring. This kid has probably achieved more than you have. Number 6, Richard Sandrick. Richard Sandrick was born in the Ukraine. It was known as the most powerful person on earth pound by pound. He was called a little Hercules. He could bench twice the weight of his own body, and Sandrick benched a whopping 210 pounds when he was just 8 years old. As a boy, his abusive father forced him into mad training. He would only drink lima beans and eat lettuce juice to become lean. He needed to take steroids. As his training was so ridiculous, doctors' high testosterone needed was actually not available in his preteen body. Sandrick slept on the floor to maintain his good posture. Claims was not a nice thing. Also, it wasn't until the age of 10 that Sandrick was allowed to have interactions with the other kids his age. He was isolated and deprived of childhood. But he became a sort of celebrity, one that starred in a few films, and was widely regarded as the strongest child in history. Number 5, Haratusini. Young Haratusini hasn't set any Guinness World Records yet, nor is he a champion in the sport, but he is freakishly strong and coordinated. Arat lives in Babol, Iran. At 9 months, Arat began working out, and at just 3 years old, Arat was doing push-ups and push-ups with 14-pound plates on his back. He's an adept climber and do full splits, execute a clean backflip, and do one-handed push-ups. He's also very talented on the pitch and is passionate about soccer as he is about staying. What's even more remarkable about his strength is how little Arat trains. According to his father Muhammad, Arat spends a maximum of 20 minutes per day training and emphasizes that training is just for fun. Arat's ultimate goal is to become the professional soccer player, not a bodybuilder. He is a huge Lionel Messi's fan. Number 4, Adrian Kostash. There isn't much detail about young Adrian Kostash, but he is a beast from what we could find on him. Are you aware of how many of the toughest children in the world come from countries such as Russia and Ukraine? Definitely isn't a coincidence. At the age of 10, Kostash broke Ukraine's national record with 4,000 push-ups in just over 2 hours and 29 minutes in one go. Impressive, but not quite his personal best. Not even close. Around the same, Kostash finished 6,000. Have we mentioned he was 10 years old? Yeah, that's right. Adri went on a quest to break records 1 year after hitting 3,000. He did so by completing 6,000 consecutive push-ups in front of a bunch of Ukraine and Guinness World Record of the 6,000 push-ups also set a Ukraine national record. How many push-ups can you perform? His name was engraved in a Guinness Book of World Records. So, personally, I couldn't perform that many push-ups. I get a little sore around 20. Number 3, Yang Zhenlong. China ranks near the very bottom when it comes to body mass, and this means that the average person is not very strong in China. In that region, obesity is not majorly a problem. In comparison, America is close to the top of the list. For decades, the nation has battled with a leading role when it comes to obesity. Yang Zhenlong, a Chinese Anhui, 7-year-old, defies the convention of logic and standards. Everything you think was unlikely, Yang would prove it is otherwise. He is about 110, which is almost 3 times the weight of a 7-year-old has on average. And a great strength comes with great weight. Yang's most famous is being filmed pulling an almost 2-ton van. Yang's ability, however, is not limited to towing vehicles. Carrying his 200-pound father is another one of his famous. Number 2, CJ Center. When the 10-year-old CJ was injured, he wanted to become fit and participate in youth football. Don't mistake CJ for the main character of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. He didn't just go to the backyard and play catch and go for the light jog. CJ wanted to create a physical training full body workout and put it on DVD. He became motivated by watching fitness DVD advertisements on TV. But CJ wanted to change the culture of youth fitness in America. He noticed one thing: all the instructors were adults and the adult audiences got the recordings. So CJ set out to change, created an exercise video called Workout Kit. With the help of his parents and $25,000 that was used to hire a professional film crew, CJ boarded on a journey to curb childhood obesity. With a variety of unique moves such as jumping jacks, squats and push-ups and lunge combo, Workout Kid had a major diff for several kids in CJ's hometown of Locust Grove. Number 1, Jake Schellenslinger. Baltimore is the most dangerous city in America. Maybe that's why Jake Schellenslinger decided to get into weightlifting and wrestling, just to get stronger and to be able to himself. Or maybe it's because his father was. Jake began lifting weights at 11 and has not looked back since. To become the best, you have to be willing to make sacrifices. Pizzas and burgers seem to be the price Jake is willing to pay to lift his way to the top. As an 11-year-old, Jake deadlifted 175 pounds. Today, The 16-year-old can lift up to 400 pounds without breaking a sweat. He is the only kid sponsored by World Gym and is the most dominant lifter in America at his age. You might be wondering, what does he eat to maintain his strength? Rice, lots of egg whites, and grilled chicken. You can't forget protein shakes either. He takes those twice with milk. Jake's father is his biggest inspiration. Learning really does start at home. Would you be able to compete with any of them? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.